decisions we make and chances we take, I feel everything more with you. Quiet confidence and trusting every step, and we know that our faith will get us through. It's so obvious, forever calling us, and this time we won't wait and wonder anymore. When the morning breaks, we won't hesitate. It's the first day, it's the first page. Our story starts here. Our story starts here. Before our eyes, now we find it all becomes so clear. Our story starts here. Constant faith in the words we say, so sure we're never letting go. It's so obvious, forever calling us. It's the first day, yeah, it's the first page. Our story starts here. Our story starts here. Forever calling us. It's the first day, yeah, it's the first page. Our story starts here. Our story starts here. Our story starts here.
Where are you walking now?
Now we find it all becomes so clear. Our story starts right here. Our story, our story, our story. I've waited 100 years, but I'd wait 1,000,000 more for you. Nothing prepared me for what the privilege of being yours would do. If I had only felt the warmth within your touch, if I had only seen how how you smile when you blush, or how you curl your lip when you concentrate enough. But I would've known what I was living for all along. Honey, honey, I can see the stars all the way from here. Can't you see the low?
Who gives Kristen to be married to Brandon?
I can feel the sun.
Thank you. Please be seated. Dear friends and family, we warmly welcome you and thank you for joining us on this special occasion. Today we come together to witness and celebrate the union of Brandon and Kristen's marriage. Each of us carries within us the deep desire to love and to be loved. Today, through this marriage, Brandon and Kristen publicly affirm the bond they have already begun to build. Marriage is a commitment that will enable them to share their lives together in a new and profound way. This journey will challenge you both, Brandon and Kristen, helping you grow as individuals, strengthen your love, and bring out the best in each other. So embrace your marriage fully and let it be a time where each begins with renewed affection, falling in love with one another all over again. With that being said, I am now going to talk specifically to Brandon and Kristen, so please feel free to listen in. Brandon and Kristen, I am incredibly honored that you asked me to perform your wedding ceremony today and to share in this moment. Over the years, I've had the privilege of watching you both grow, not only as individuals, but as a couple. You've shown so many wonderful qualities, too many to list here today, but I'd like to highlight just a few that I believe will serve as a foundation for your marriage. Brandon, you are one of the most generous people I've ever met, whether it's giving your time, thoughtful gifts, or lending a helping hand. You're always there. You're always there for your friends and family. From building custom bourbon barrels for a friend, to helping with home projects, to smoking wings for special occasions, or even hopping on your riding lawnmower to take care of your lazy neighbor's yard, 16 houses down. And for those who don't know, I am that lazy neighbor, 16 houses down. You always show up with a big heart. What I admire most is that your generosity comes from a pure and authentic place. You don't do it for recognition or for praise. You simply find joy in helping others, even if no one's watching. And while many of you know Brandon, or as some may call him, Bobcat Brandon, he's a successful salesman, and some may call him a sleazy salesman, but I'm allowed to say that because I'm also one as well. But behind that, he's someone who always gives of himself freely and without expectation. That quality is going to be a huge asset in your marriage. Now, Kristen, as a nurse, you have incredible passion for caring for others, and I've had the privilege of witnessing that firsthand on several occasions. What I admire most about you, though, and this might come as a surprise, is not the amazing Sunday dinners we all share together, even though they're always delicious, specifically that baked feta pasta. It's the way you step in to help, even when you're off the clock. If someone is in need, you never hesitate to offer your care and support. There's a particular story I'd love to share here today, but I wasn't given permission to. So you'll just have to ask Grandma Jean a little later in the night. But your heart for others is so evident. Whether it's nursing Brandon back to health when he's under the weather or sick, or helping him recover from that upset stomach after he's indulged in too many different sauces at Buffalo Wild Wings. Your compassion shines through even in every aspect of your life. Brandon and Kristen, you both embody the kind of selflessness and generosity that make a marriage strong. Brandon, your ability to give without expecting anything in return, and Kristen, your instinctive care for those around you. These are qualities that will form a foundation for your marriage. Together, you're building a life and a family that will be grounded in love, mutual support, and strength you bring out in each other. Now we're going to do a poem reading by Lindsay.
So they say that sometimes love starts with a spark, and that might be true. But if I were to wish you a love, I wouldn't wish fire for you. You see, fire is powerful. It burns bright, but then it's gone. It's beautiful and warm, but it doesn't last long. So instead of wishing you a love that burns, I wish you a love like a river that twists and turns. It changes and flows. It is powerful and free, but it consistently finds its way back to the sea. And so, like the water, I hope your love is ever growing, ever changing. I hope your love is powerful and free, and I hope you always find each other like the river finds the sea.
So, as we gather today to celebrate the union of Brandon and Kristen, we are reminded of the deep and lasting commitment that marriage calls for. In the Bible, we find a powerful expression of devotion and loyalty in words spoken by Ruth to Naomi, which beautifully reflect the kind of love and dedication shared between two people joining their lives together. In Ruth chapter 1, 16 through 17, it says, "But Ruth replied, 'Don't urge me to leave you or turn your back from you. Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord deal with me, be it ever so severely, if even death separates you and me.'" This heartfelt declaration of commitment mirrors the journey that Brandon and Kristen are beginning today, a journey bound by love, trust, and faith. Jesus also speaks to the sacredness of this union in Matthew chapter 19, verse 6. "So they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate." These words remind us that marriage is a sacred bond, one that unites two souls into a single, inseparable whole. It is a union created and blessed by God, and it is to be cherished, honored, and protected. Now, Brandon and Kristen, have asked me. I was asking for Zach for the rings. He was a little, and he's dropping mints. All right. Zach was not ready. Brandon and Kristen have asked to do a little ceremony where the parents will bless the rings. So they're just going to say a quick little blessing over the rings. Donna and Daryl, Marty and Nancy, thank you for that. So I really want to take a moment just to talk about these rings that you're about to exchange. They carry a special, significant meaning, and one that will ever serve as a present reminder of this moment and the promise you are making today between you two. First, their circular shape represents eternity with no beginning and no end. It's a powerful symbol of the lifelong commitment you're entering into today. God intends for this union to be enduring, lasting until death do you part. This is a bond meant to stand the test of time. Your rings are also made of precious metal, a material refined and strengthened through fire. I wish I could promise you a life of only clear skies and smooth roads, but no one can. Challenge will come, and trials are inevitable. But like the precious metal of your ring, these difficult times will not divide you. Instead, they will refine and strengthen the bond you share, making your relationship even more valuable and more resistant. Wear these rings as a constant reminder of the vows you are making today and the deeper message they carry, the commitment to grow closer together through every joy and challenge you face. All right, please take your rings. All right. Now, do you offer rings as tokens that you will faithfully fulfill the vows you are about to make?
I do.
So, Brandon and Kristen, I got it right that time, they have prepared their personal vows, and they will be read.
Kristen,
Looking back 11 years, life was quite a bit different. We were freshmen at Hiram College, barely aware of each other. Over the next 4 years, we slowly became friends, watched each other compete in sports, and always found each other at the same parties around campus. After graduation, we continued hanging out, celebrated each other's career milestones, and eventually realized that what we had was something much more special than just a friendship. These past 3 years with you have taught me so much. You have shown me what it truly means to care for someone, not just as a partner, but with the compassion and support that you show everyone in your life. Whether it's the patients or the families that you comfort, you always find a way to make a difference. You've taught me to appreciate the little things, to be grateful for what I have, and at the same time, you've inspired me to keep striving to be the best version of myself. You support me, encourage me, and never stop pushing me to chase my dreams. You've also always managed to surprise me, like when you planned a skydiving trip and casually told me 2 hours before I had to jump out of a plane. It's funny because as I looked out of the plane window on the way up, I remember exactly how I felt that day. I felt a lot like I did when we first started dating, nervous but excited. I was anxious about risking our friendship by taking the next step, just like I was nervous about jumping out of the plane. But I knew you were special. We clicked in a way that I'd never experienced before in my life. You, without a doubt, bring out the best in me, and even then, I knew you were someone I could see a future with. Deciding to take that next step in our relationship turned out to be the best decision I could make. Just like with skydiving that day, afterwards, everything looked different, and I was able to see things from a whole nother perspective and understand how amazing it felt to embrace something that I was nervous about at first. As we step into this next chapter together as a team, I promise to keep laughing with you, growing with you, and always cherishing the time that we share. I vow to be the best husband that I can be, and someday the best father. I promise to support you as you've always supported me, to be patient through our disagreements, and to do my best to stay awake after 10 minutes, or longer than 10 minutes after we finally agree on a movie to watch. I will stand by your side through every challenge and triumph, loving you unconditionally, now and forever. I love you.
Okay, Brandon, let me start by saying I love you. As many people know, we started our love story out as friends. We met in college and became quickly close over games of Boom, weekly wing nights, and enjoying Saturdays at the one bar open at Hiram College. Our friendship only grew closer as the years went on, and soon we reached a point where it was nearing its expiration and we were either going to take a chance at dating or try to continue on as things were. As everyone here can guess, we chose to take the chance. And with that has come so many beautiful moments I have shared with you. When we started our journey in this relationship, I thought I knew everything about love. I grew up experiencing love from my parents, sisterly love from friends, and love from God. But I had yet to experience the kind of love you share when you truly are loved by your person. It is beautiful, unimaginable, breathtaking, and surely a one-of-a-kind feeling. I have never been good with dates. I won't be able to tell you the exact day I met you. I won't be able to pinpoint the exact moment I fell in love with you, but I can tell you this. I don't need the date or time remembered because every day I wake up and fall asleep loving you and being loved by you, and that is something you don't need to be written down to be monumental. Brandon, when I look at you, I see a few things. Besides the very close comparison to Vin Diesel, as you might say. Sorry. I see a husband that will be my partner through all the obstacles life throws at us. I see my biggest supporter who will cheer me on even in the moments I am unsure of myself. I see a father whose love for me and our future children will be absurdly evident. I see my best friend who will always embrace me for my individuality. And I see my soulmate, who together we will build a beautiful life with one another. Because you exist in my world in a way that no one else does. When I see you, I see home. So with that said, I promise you this. I promise to cherish every moment with you. I promise to listen to you most of the time. I promise to laugh with you and sometimes at you. I promise to cry with you. I promise to understand you. I promise to fight for you. And above all, I promise to love you from this moment until my last. I'll end with this quote so eloquently stated by Winnie the Pooh, one of my favorite childhood books. If you live to be 100, I want to live to be 100 minus 1 day so I never have to live without you. Brandon, today I give you my heart. I love you.
Brandon, please repeat after me. Take Kristen's hand as well. The one with the ring. The one with the ring. It's all right. I, Brandon, take you, Kristen, to be my wife, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and health, to love and to cherish, until we are parted by death. This is my solemn vow.
Oh, come on.
Kristen, please grab Brandon's hand and repeat after me. I, Kristen, take you, Brandon, to be my husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, until we are parted by death. This is my solemn vow. By the power vested in me by the state of Ohio, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to present to you Mr. and Mrs. Brandon and Kristen Grow.
Something less There ain't no love that's like our love, love like our love.
Don't wanna get ahead of myself, feeling things I've never felt. It's kind of hard for me to explain her personality and everything. Brings me to my knees, oh. She shot me up like gold on my arm. I wanna take it slow, but it's so hard. I love to see her face in daylight. It's more than just our bodies at night. But she's really tempting me, oh. Do you think I'm being foolish if I don't rush in? I'm scared to death that she might be it, that the love is real, that the shoe might fit. She might just be my everything and beyond, beyond space and time in the afterlife. Will she have my kids? Will she be my wife? She might just be my everything and beyond. I wanna bring her round to meet you. I think you like a candelina. I know that grandma would have loved her like she was her own. She makes me feel at home, oh. Do you think I'm being foolish if I don't rush in? I'm scared to death that she might be it, that the love is real, that the shoe might fit. She might just be my everything and beyond, beyond space and time in the afterlife. Will she have my kids? Will she be my wife? She might just be my everything and beyond. I give up, I'm in love, trying. I'll tell you why I can't explain. She might just be my everything. Oh me, oh my, I can't explain. She might just be my everything. Oh me, oh my, I can't explain. She might just be my everything. So do you think I'm being foolish if I don't rush in? I'm scared to death that she might be it, that the love is real, that the shoe might fit. She might just be my everything and beyond, beyond space and time in the afterlife. Will she have my kids? Will she be my wife? She might just be my everything and beyond. Yeah, she might just be my everything. She might just be my everything. Oh me, oh my, I can't explain. She might just be my everything. Oh me, oh my, I can't explain. She might just.
Let's hear it for Kristen and Brandon.
Come stop your crying, it'll be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. For one so small, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us, so it can't be broken. I will be here, don't you cry. You'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore. You'll be in my heart. No matter what they say,
Yes, you'll be in my heart always. Why can't they understand the way we feel? They just don't trust what they can't explain. I know I hope the days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road leads you where you wanna go. And if you're faced with a choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. And if one door opens to another door closed, I hope you keep on walking till you find the window. If it's cold outside, show the world the warmth of your smile. But more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. I hope you never look back, but you never forget all the ones who love you in the place you left. I hope you always forgive and you never regret, and you help somebody every chance you get. Oh, you find God's grace in every mistake and always give more than you take. But more than anything, yeah, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. I'm the father of the bride, Marty Varell. I want to welcome everybody warmly for coming, and we appreciate you being here. Lots of thank yous to go around. There's a big, first and foremost, thank you to my wife. Kristen, remember how important your mother's lessons have been in becoming the woman you are today. Thank you, Daryl and Donna, for raising such a great guy for our daughter, Kristen. And thank you, Nick, for performing such a great ceremony. Awesome job. Can we give him a hand, please? I'd also like to thank the people that have put this show on for us, provided the food, done all the announcing, the camera people, everybody that's involved. Thank you so much. Kristen and Brandon, your story begins today. Although you've been together, officially your story begins today. Once upon a time, there was a father, me. And your mother came to me and told me, we're having another baby. And I asked the Lord to please bless you both, and he did. Then you were born, and I got to hold you. And I thought, what a blessing. I said, Lord, please make her like her mother. And he did. So loving and kind. But after a while, I was feeling left out. And I said, Lord, please make her like me. And he did. But all of a sudden, she inherited some of my traits that aren't so great. Obstinate, hard-headed. Where am I? And I said, okay, that's enough, Lord. Can you make her like you? And he did. Kristen, you have a heart for people. You have a heart to serve others. Could see it when you came to school with me when I taught those kids. You loved those kids even though you didn't know them. With all the special needs, you just jumped in there and helped them out. And you followed in your mother's footsteps, becoming an awesome nurse just like her. Working with people, helping people, serving people. Okay? But there is a challenging point to all this. When you were growing up, we had some challenges with you. One of which is you used to cut your own hair. Did it a few times. Do you remember that? Uh-huh. And you used to hide. When she was in preschool, she hid from the preschool teachers at the preschool. They couldn't find her. Okay? Oh, and also, remember Grandma and Grandpa's trailer in the trailer park? She hid one day and we could not find her. We looked all over for her. We had everybody in the trailer park looking for her. She was in the clothes hamper. That's where we found her. So, don't get upset, but you're one of a kind. Okay? Now, Mr. Brandon, he took the dad look and did well. Remember? Because there's a look dads give, when there's daughters involved, You give that look to that person and say, okay. But he handled it well, right? He's still around, made the cut, all right? And you've graduated to a new weight class. No longer a lightweight, all right? Congratulations. And officially, you are part of the family. It's good to have you. All right? Kristen and Brandon, Nancy and I are so happy for you guys. We wish you the best. Okay? I have one bit of advice for you from 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 7 and 8. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes in all things, endures all things. Love never ends. Congratulations. Congratulations. Dear Father in heaven, please bless this couple. Please bless this event. Help us all to have good fellowship with each other. And please help us to endure whatever comes our way because we need you. It's in your name we pray, dear Jesus. Amen.
Well, first of all, hi, Brandon and Kristen Grow. Hi, everybody else. And those guys that I know so well, I don't know them anymore. They're men now. They were boys when I knew them. And a lot of you, I don't recognize your faces. No, maybe I recognize your face. I just don't know your name. But that's okay. That goes along with age. Anyway, Brandon and Kristen and everyone, I had the pleasure of being grandma to Brandon. I'm sorry. I was there with his first steps when he went to, I'm going to say, martial arts, track, wrestling, baseball, and football. So he kept me pretty busy. When he went to Hiram, he would come visit me on Friday nights. That was my night. And bring a lot of his buddies. I know a bunch of you may be somewhere here in the room. Most of the time, we would play games. And if you know Brandon, he's a little competitive. And he does like to win, but so do I. So when I would win, I would go, la, 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 la. And I still do, and I'm never going to stop. Well, let me see, where am I at here? Oh, I went past that already. One time when Brandon came to visit me, he took me over to meet Nancy and Marty. And I knew things had to be serious then, because that doesn't usually happen. As you know, Kristen is a nurse. And I want to tell you, have her come visit you, because if she sees something that isn't right, she's going to fix it. And she did that for me. Okay, let me see, where am I at?
She fixed it for you.
Okay. I can't even read my own writing. It's something else here. I wish you two a lifetime of happiness, laughter. I hope you will always respect each other and cherish each other. I hope you remember your vows you said today and honor them. I hope you will always dance in the kitchen, hug each other, and bring each other roses. May God bless you and your marriage. Thanks.
Let's give it up for the new couple, everyone. Congratulations, guys. My name is Zach Janis, and I have the privilege of being Brandon's best man. Kristen, you look absolutely beautiful tonight. The only thing shining brighter than you is the top of Brandon's head. I know. So, I was pretty nervous getting up here, anxious. I was practicing the last week in our living room with my wife, and the one thing she told me, she's like, if you're nervous, you gotta picture the audience naked, right? And Kristen, I must say, you're one lucky lady. I first laid eyes on Brandon in 2006 in the halls of Stanton Middle School. Since then, we've made many, many memories together. In high school, we played football and baseball together, and after high school, we went on to college and went on our separate ways. But we always made it a point to get together during Thanksgiving, Christmas, and summer breaks. We always were best friends from that time on. And since then, growing up and becoming adults, we've had the chance to travel to a lot of places. You know, your bachelor party, my bachelor party. Him and Nick Martin came to Fort Worth to visit me and my wife, Bree. We went to Pikes Peak, Colorado with Brandon Wolf and other friends. The Orange Bowl in Florida, Watauga Lake, and then Northern Michigan most recently. We've got to see a lot of places together that most people don't get to in a lifetime. And during our adventures, Brandon and I have met some awesome people. Most of you guys are here tonight, and we're glad to have you, glad that everyone could travel to share this special day. Brandon and Kristen met in college, and they admired each other from afar. One winter break, Brandon and I went to downtown Kent with all of our friends, and he was sipping on a Hulk drink at the loft, and we were hanging out, and this girl, Kristen, shows up. And they're hanging out, enjoying the night, and it gets time to go. It's at the end of the night, and Brandon comes up to me. He's like, hey, man, you know this girl, Kristen? I said, yeah, the one you've been talking to all night. And he's like, well, her friend's phone died, and she went home, and she got lost, and they have nowhere to go. Can she come stay at your parents' house with us? And I was like, yes. At 2 a.m., 2 random girls coming to my parents' house. They're not going to have any issue with that. So luckily, we had our friend Justin Nelson made the trip to the bars and picked 8 of us up in his four-door sedan. We're driving across town. We get pulled over. I have a friend on my lap. We have 6 people in the back of the car. We end up getting back to my parents' house. We go to bed, wake up the next day, and I see Kristen eating pancakes and talking to my mom. And it's kind of funny because then now we go from that, and now we're getting to enjoy each other's friendship and make pancakes for one another and host each other different parties. So that was my first experience with Kristen. And over the years, my wife and I have had many, many weekends with you two, and we've made a lot of good memories. They always supported each other, and they'll continue to do so. From being great dog parents to Frankie and Archie to someday being great human parents, I'm so excited to see what life has in store for you two.
Good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Carla Gordon, and I'm Kristen's best friend and one of two matrons of honor. And yes, there's two of us. At first, I thought, maybe Kristen doesn't trust me with this assignment all by myself. But after a year of bachelorette planning, making itineraries, shopping, shower shopping, wedding dress shopping, more dress shopping, the list goes on. Now I can't help but think maybe having a third maid of honor would have been better. However, Kristen, I am truly privileged to stand up here today and could not be more thankful to have met you at the Cleveland Clinic emergency room almost 10 years ago now. At the time, we were both clueless new grad nurses who thought working in an emergency room would be an exciting place to start our careers. We learned very quickly that exciting was an understatement. I remember the first time we met like it was yesterday. I was 1 week off of orientation and hoping for the best as I walked onto my shift in the main campus. I checked my assignment and I looked around to get report, and that's when I spotted a young blonde-haired nurse I didn't recognize, standing in the patient's room I was going to be taking over for. She was just standing there at the end of the patient's bed, not really moving, as if she was frozen in time, with the most terrified look in her eyes I will never forget. It was at that moment I looked around and I thought, wow, I really need to learn how to call off one of these days. However, the young blonde-haired girl named Kristen stayed an hour after her shift to help me with my patients. I didn't have to ask her for help, but I think she saw the stunned, terrified look in my eyes as well, and I guess we both made the decision that having two clueless, terrified new grad nurses was better than just one. Since the very first day we met, Kristen, you've always shown up for me, and you've always shown up through the best and the worst days of my life. And I want you to know how grateful I am for that. Kristen, you're the type of best friend every person deserves in their life, but only a few people are lucky enough to actually have. Over the years, I've learned that you're not only dependable, but one of the most driven, independent, thoughtful, generous, and charismatic people. And over the years, I've always hoped you'd find somebody that would encompass those qualities as well. With that being said, I wouldn't have guessed that the guy you would refer to as a good friend from Hiram, or maybe even that really cute guy on Hiram's baseball team for so many years, would actually be that person you'd end up with. Now, after getting to know Brandon, it couldn't be more obvious, and I'm certain that he shares those qualities, the same ones that you have. Brandon is supportive, kind, fun-loving, and patient, and one of the most selfless human beings I've met. I've seen these qualities firsthand from Brandon when he offered to drive Kristen and I to the Lizzo concert over the summer in his brand new truck. However, we insisted to stop and get sub sandwiches on the way, and just after getting back into his new truck, Brandon began to tell me, now be careful, don't spill anything, as I was proceeding to drop my turkey provolone sub all over the back seat. And despite my lack of hand-eye coordination when it came to eating food and bringing it to my mouth, Brandon still didn't hesitate to offer Kristen and I a ride back home later that evening. Not only that, but he came to pick us up with a smile on his face, but proceeded to take us to Taco Bell and wait patiently as I requested half the menu from the back seat. Brandon, I wish I could promise you that will never happen again, but I don't want to start your marriage off on lies. To wrap it up, Brandon, I couldn't have picked a better guy to marry my best friend. So can I ask everyone to please raise a toast for the beautiful couple? I don't think that there's a better suited pair than the two of you, and I'm thrilled to stand here today to witness the start of your happily ever after.
Good evening, my name is Megan, and I am one of Kristen's sisters and one of her matron of honors. I can't believe today is your wedding day. I am so happy and excited for you and Brandon. To stand by your side today was such an honor. Writing the speech was not easy because you and I have so many amazing memories together, but the night is only beginning, so don't worry, I won't talk for too long. Kristen, our entire lives we were told how much we look alike. Every time someone said, oh my gosh, are you guys twins? Secretly, I wanted to say yes, because to be your twin was the best compliment someone could have given me. But to be honest, we couldn't be more different. For example, Kristen has the cleanest bedroom in the house, and mine, you could barely see my bedroom floor. Kristen would tattoo her entire body if she could. I have a tattoo the size of an ant, and to this day, I will say it was the most painful hour of my entire life. Kristen loves to wear anything with flowers, colors like pink, orange, and blue, and I would wear brown and black if I could. We may be different, but that is what makes our sisterhood and friendship so special. Growing up, you were my little sister, but to be honest, I have always looked up to you. You are the person I go to when I need someone to talk to, cry to, and when I need advice. You are the most caring and loving person, and I'm so lucky not to call you my sister, not only my sister, but my best friend. Brandon, I could not think of a better guy for my sister. You two are truly a perfect match. I knew when you came around 10 years ago, but really a few years ago, that you were here to stay. You have made Kristen smile more than anyone I've ever met, and I thank you for loving and protecting her. I am so happy to have you part of my family. And with all this being said, Kristen, I'm so happy that I got to grow up with you. And Brandon, I'm so happy that you get to grow old with her. So let's all raise our glasses to the new Mr. and Mrs. Grow.
Memories are better when you have people to commemorate with them after with. So the fact that you guys can be here with us today and you guys got to watch me marry my best friend and you guys have all loved and supported us in different ways in different moments in life makes this day just that more special to us. So we just wanted to say thank you.
Thank you, guys. I don't want to overlap too much, but yeah, I know you guys are all here for a reason. You've had an impact on our lives, whether you're friends, family, coworkers. You guys all have impacted our lives in some way, and we wanted to celebrate with you guys, and we appreciate you guys all making an effort to be here. So let's party.
Love like you never grew up and live like you just get one tonight. We're kings and queens. One blink and it's over. Wake up and we're older tonight. We're kings and queens. Stop, take a breath. Close your eyes, remember this. Oh, 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 it's beautiful. Time flies when you get it right, so hold on tight to me.